This is your dose of daily market wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com. Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz. Today is 2/4/21, show number 363. Well, the jobs report surprised to the upside, Nick.
Yeah, a little bit better than expected. After Wednesday we had the ADP report that actually showed a big negative print. And today, Nonfarm payrolls rose 467,000 in January. Expectations were just for 150,000. So this was a bit of a surprise. The one thing I have to say, though, not that I ever believe any of these numbers, I don't. You got to take that stuff with a grain of salt. But yields have really moved to the upside today. We have the 10-year U.S. Treasury note yield at 1.934%, up over 10 basis points. That's a big move. So again, when you get yields moving, that tells you the Fed is in play. That is not a positive for the markets generally. And it tells you also that the Fed has to make a quicker move. So, we'll probably be hearing over the next few weeks if they're going to raise just by a quarter every meeting. That's what's expected right now. Or starting in March, if they're going to do a 50 basis point hike. So again, yields in play. And I've been saying forever, yields are going higher, and that certainly is the case today.
Certainly looks that way. Looking at this thing, I think the same people who are counting these jobs are probably counting votes in various elections around the place, because we had a 300,000 decline in ADP and a 467,000 rise in the actual non-farm release. That's close to 1 million jobs. Have you ever seen a divergence that big, Nick?
Very rare. I have seen it a few times, but like I said, I take this BLS number with a grain of salt. I think they probably use the same voting machines to tabulate the numbers. So I would just leave it at that. I don't ever make anything out of this jobs report. But I will say it was, the print they're showing us, 467,000. It is way, way bigger than what we were expecting. And again, bond yields are on the move.
All right. Well, yeah, you've been predicting higher rates for quite a while, and maybe they're coming to fruition now. Earnings season, Amazon has had monster earnings.
Well, they were pretty good. The stock today is having a good reaction. So when you look at Amazon, it's up about 12% as we speak. That is a very good move. The one thing I will say, though, yesterday you had Facebook out there that was absolutely demolished. The stock was absolutely slaughtered, down over 25%. And today it's down another 2%. So, you got a lot of mixing and matching going on here. Some earnings reactions, if they're decent, they're getting really, really good moves to the upside. And if you miss or you guide lower or you're just, not even close to being in line, you are getting punished. And we saw that with Facebook. So it is pretty interesting to see how this is all playing out. Everybody thought Amazon will come to the rescue today. And so far, that has been the case.
All right, Amazon to the rescue. That's always a great thing. Gold is kind of flat today. It was going up. It's going down.
Yeah, gold futures today, they're basically up a little less than a point here at 1805. They're hanging in there. It's not the strongest of patterns, not the worst. It's just, it's holding up. If gold can go sideways here, though, there's a chance for a little bit more of an uptick. Overall, the bigger pattern I'm not in love with. I think it's still pretty weak. So it has to do a lot of work here to get a little bit more constructive to the upside. But it's holding up today, and we'll leave it at that, I guess.
All right. Well, hey. So Bitcoin is back above the 38,000 level?
Yeah, Bitcoin was starting to look a little feeble on the chart. And I think we talked about that on Wednesday. But today, you got a really good pop. And Right now it's actually up 8%, back above 39,000. So big move for the crypto asset. And again, it lives to fight another day. And, that's what it needed to do, because if you start to consolidate for another week or two, that would be setting up for another move lower. And again, today that helps the Bitcoin pattern strengthen a bit.
All right. Well, I guess we'll leave it at that. Make sure you go over to inthemoneystocks.com, Nick's website. See how he's been beating the averages for decades. Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz. Emails are welcome, kl@kerrylutz.com. Nick, have a great weekend, and we will talk to you on Monday.
Have a great weekend, Kerry.